We've got a pretty chill class coming your way today, so that you have time to breathe, slow down, and maybe even in some poses, grab your phone, email the Attorney General and Governor of the state of Kentucky, and tell them to arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Grab 2 blocks or 2 block-like items if you have them. You can place them at the front corners of your mat. They're not super specifically necessary for class today, but if you would like to use them, please do. We'll start a child's pose today. So either legs together, or if it makes more sense to you to spread the knees out a little bit, maybe towards the width of the shoulder heads, feel free to go there. But make your way into child's pose. As you arrive, let the forehead softly touch the mat. Arms can be forward or back by the hips. Maybe rock the hips just a little bit side to side here. Begin to bring your awareness to the gentle movement of the breath through the body. While you're here, you can even slide the top of one foot into the sole of the other foot and kind of just press down with that foot a little bit. We're really just taking these first few moments to enter your practice, to set it up in a way that's most specific to you. If you took that little foot hook on side 1, go ahead and switch to side number 2. And again, using these moments just to slow down. Slowing down and extending the inhale and the exhale. Maybe even finding a bit of control in the wandering mind, so that your thoughts become more specific and more direct. About 3 more breaths here. The end of your hands are back towards your feet. Slide the hands forward towards the front of the mat. They can land on the blocks or not. On the inhale, wave forward to tabletop, hands and knees. Shift forwards and backwards just a few times. On the exhale, drive the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Keep the hands forward as you arrive. Now moving through as wide of an arch as possible. Press down through the shins, tuck the chin to the chest, inhale around the upper body all the way up to the ceiling, then forward, tabletop, shift forwards and backwards, maybe a little bit side to side. Then once more, exhale, melt the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Again, moving through that very pronounced arching shape, chin to chest, press through the shins, inhale, wave forward, tabletop, hands and knees. This time, tuck the toes, exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent. Drive through the heels of the hands forward. Hug the forearms in and wrap the triceps towards the ground. Now again, moving through that very dramatic arching shape of the upper back. Tuck the chin to the chest, drive through the legs, inhale, wave forward. Keep the knees bent, lower the knees to the ground so you're back on tabletop. Then on the exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round through the upper back, lift the knees, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Knees can stay bent the whole time. Inhale, chin to chest, wave forward, tabletop, lower the knees with control.
Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Once more, inhale, wave forward, lower the shins, tabletop. Exhale, chin to chest, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Begin to walk the feet all the way forward to the hands, take your time. You might just rock the hips a little bit side to side with each step that you take forward. And when you arrive, let the feet be at least as wide as the hips, bend the knees, hold on to opposite elbows, ragweed pose. Release the elbows, hands to ground or blocks. Inhale, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, slowly walk the feet all the way back to downward facing dog. No rush to get there. When you arrive, inhale, lift the toes, wave forward to tabletop, lower the knees to the ground. On the exhale, pull the shoulder blades back, curve the chest through the upper arm bones. Then inhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round through the upper back, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, walk the feet all the way forward to the hands, take your time. Again, as you arrive, hold on to opposite elbows in front of the shins, maybe interlace the fingers around the nape of the neck, let the elbows hang heavy by the ears. Then release the hands down. Inhale, lift about halfway. Exhale, walk the feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, wave forward to tabletop. Exhale, cow position, curve the chest through the upper arm bones. Chin to chest, inhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Once more, a little walk forward. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, slow stroll forward. A few moments in your ragdoll pose choice. And release the elbows, bend the knees, drop the hips to the heels. Slowly round the spine all the way to stand. Take your time. At the top, just roll the shoulders up, back and down a few times. Full inhale breath through the nose. Open mouth audibly, exhale. Bend the knees, drive the hips back, round forward and forward. Hands to the blocks, inhale, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Lower the left knee. Left toes could be tucked or untucked. Sweep the right leg back behind you on the inhale. So you're on one-legged tabletop. And on the exhale, bend the right knee, tap the right toes to the outside of the left leg, any amount. Reach the right toes back on the inhale. Step the right foot back, then the left foot, plank pose. Then exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, walk the feet all the way forward to the hands. When you arrive, bend the knees, inhale, lift the spine halfway, drive the sits bones back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, drop the hips to the heels, inhale, round the spine all the way to step. At the top, reverse that step on the exhale, round forward. Hands to ground, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, right knee lowers. Then you'll sweep the left leg back, one-legged tabletop. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the left toes as far outside the right leg as possible. Inhale, reach the left toes back. Land the left foot, step the right foot back, plank pose. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, walk the feet forward to the hands. Inhale, lift half foot. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, drop the hips to heels, inhale, round the spine to stem.
Exhale, retrace the steps, round down.
Inhale, lift half foot. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee lowers. Sweep the right leg back, one-legged tabletop, inhale. Step the right toes behind the left thigh on the exhale. Inhale, reach right toes back, land right foot, then left foot steps plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, meander the feet forward to the hands. Inhale, lift half foot. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, drop the hips, inhale, round the spine to rise. Exhale, round forward and fold. Inhale, lift half foot. Exhale, right foot steps back, right knee lowers. Sweep the left leg back, inhale. Exhale, left toes tap to right. Left foot steps back, inhale, then right foot plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, lift the toes, wave forward towards tabletop. This time we'll just hover the shins off the ground, keep the arms long, keep that rounding through the upper back body. Now exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift the toes, wave forward, hovering tabletop, arms are long. This time lower the knees to the ground. Untuck the toes, stand on the shins. Shift weight to the left shin, reach the right leg forward in front of you. Let the balance start to mobilize. Can you lift the right leg just a little bit higher? Breathe and hold. Then lower the right shin to the ground. Shift to the right shin, reach the left toes forward. Again, think about squeezing the left quadriceps. If it gets a little shaky, try to save it. Try to go with the flow of the balance instead of fighting against it. Cool, then land the left shin on the ground. Bring the hands to the ground, maybe to the blocks. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to sky. On the exhale, bring right knee towards right tricep. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Slide the left toes back a little bit more towards the back edge of the mat. And then just rock forwards and backwards here a few times. Step the right foot to the back of the mat and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to sky. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Left foot outside left hand. Again, try to keep the shoulders over the wrists as you slide the right toes a little bit farther back. And then rock forwards and backwards with the hips here. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. Left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, wave forward, tabletop, hover the shins. Exhale, lower the shins to the ground. Stand on the shins. Shift right to the left shin, reach the right toes forward in front of you. Hold for 5, 4,
3, 2. Before you land the right foot, bend the right knee into the chest. Step the right toes outside of the left thigh. So similar to what we were doing in tabletop, now just on the left shin. Now reach the right toes forward on the inhale. Land the right shin on the ground, exhale. Shift the right shin, reach the left toes forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to chest. Left toes tap outside the right shin. Reach the left toes back forward. Land the left shin on the ground. Bring the hands to the ground, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog.
Inhale, lift right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Right foot outside the right hand. Again, slide the left toes back a little bit here.
Keep the shoulders over the wrists. Stay or hover both hands off of the blocks. You might continue to drive the right tricep into the inner right knee and hug the right knee into the right tricep. Just to have all that feedback going with the front right leg. And then hands back to the ground. 3-point down dog inhale, right leg sweeps up and back.
Exhale, right knee towards right eyeball. Step the right foot just inside of the right thumb.
Lower the left knee to the ground. Left toes can be tucked or untucked. But you'll keep the hands on the block or hands on the ground. If it makes sense for you to lift to the fingertips to give yourself a bit more space, that's totally fine. But think about driving the right shin more forward. Bringing the shoulder blades towards one another on the back body. And uprighting the center of the chest. So even if the right rib cage is on the right thigh, think about creating a little bit of space there. It might not happen, but you're still working that little bit of separation. Hold and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the ground. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog.
Inhale, lift left leg to sky. Exhale, left knee, left tricep.
Left foot steps wide.
Again, right toes can slide back.
Hands can stay down or hover the hands off of the blocks or the ground. Hug the left leg and left arm together. Keep extending forward through the side bodies as you press down and back through the right toes. Hold. Hands to ground or blocks. 3-point down dog inhale, left leg lifts.
Exhale, left knee to left eyeball. Left foot steps just inside the left thumb.
Lower the right knee. Toes tucked or untucked.
Drive the left shin forward. So as the left shin is moving forward, think about dragging the left heel isometrically towards the right knee and squeezing the right knee even towards the left heel. Again, hands can be flat or lift to the fingertips. We'll be back in this position eventually. So if you're on the fingertips this round, maybe the next round the hands are flat. It's just about taking your time, opening through these. Another 3 breaths here or so. Holding hands to blocks or ground. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Exhale, step the left foot back, downward dog. Lift the toes, inhale, way forward, hovering tabletop. Exhale, lower the knees.
Untuck the toes, stand on the shins. Shift weight to left shin, reach right leg forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to chest. Tap the right toes outside of the left shin behind you. Reach the right toes forward. Right shin to ground. Shift to the right shin, reach the left toes forward. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to chest. Left toes tap outside the right shin. Left toes reach forward. Left shin finds the ground. Hands to ground or blocks. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog.
Inhale, lift right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee towards right armpit. Right foot outside the right hand. Again, left toes slide back, same setup. Stay or hover the hands off the ground. Stay or maybe reach the arms by the ears this time. Hold for 3. Can you keep the right knee over the right ankle? Could just be a question too. 1, hands to ground or blocks. 3, point down dog, inhale, right leg up and back. This time let's bend the right knee, stack the right hip a little bit on the left hip. I actually hate that cue, but it just comes out very naturally. Sometimes the hips don't really stack, but you're rotating through the inner right hip to get this little opening. Now exhale, right knee towards right eyeball, shift shoulders forward. Step the right foot just inside the right thumb. Lower the left knee. Left toes could be tucked or untucked. You might slide the left knee back a little bit more this time. Again, hands can be flat as you drive the right shin forward or lift to the fingertips. But wherever the hands are, notice if your shoulder heads are rolling inwards. Can you peel them away from one another a little bit? Cool. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Straighten the right leg, keep the hands on the blocks. Fold any amount over the right thigh. Forehead towards the right shin. Read in the right knee. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee towards left tricep. Step the left foot wide. Again, maybe a longer stance, maybe hover the hands, maybe reach the arms forward by the ears. Hold 3, 2, 1, hands to ground. 3, point down dog, inhale, left leg up and back. Bend the left knee. Find that rotation through the left hip as you point the left knee up to the ceiling. Squeeze the left heel towards the left sits bones. Exhale, left knee towards left eyeball. Left foot steps just inside the left thumb. Right knee lowers, toes tucked or untucked. You might take a little bit longer stance this round. Drive the left shin forward, peel the shoulder heads away from one another. Try to lift the chest forward and through the upper arm bones. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Exhale, left leg straightens, fold over the left thigh. Bend the left knee, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, wave forward, hovering tabletop. Exhale, lower the shins, stand on the shins. Shift to the left shin, reach right toes forward, hold. Lift the right heel, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to right rib cage. Either right toes or right knee touch outside the left shin this time. Tap. And then reach the right toes forward. Right shin to ground. Switch sides, shift to the right shin, reach left toes forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, left knee comes in. Either left toes or left knee tap outside the right shin. Then reach the left toes forward. Left shin lands. Hands to blocks, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Fill in out breath through the nose. Open mouth audibly, exhale. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, step the feet forward between the hands. When you arrive, bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Step the right foot onto the right block. Exhale, bring the left knee to the chest. Left toes step towards the back of the mat, lower the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up and uplift the gaze up. Hook the thumbs overhead, and exhale, bend the elbows up wide. Bring the left hand to the left block, lift the left knee, lunge, twist, inhale, reach up through the right fingertips. Right hand to right block, exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, walk the feet between the hands. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Left foot to left block. Exhale, right knee to chest. Right foot steps to the back of the mat, right knee lowers. Low lunge, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Hook the thumbs overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows out wide. Right hand to right block. Pick up the right knee, inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, left hand to left block, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, walk the feet forward between the hands. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Right foot to right block, left knee to chest, exhale. Left foot steps back, left knee lowers, low lunge, inhale. Hook thumbs, exhale, bend elbows out wide. Left hand to left block with left knee, lunge, twist, inhale. Right hand to right block, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift the toes, look towards thumbs. Exhale, walk feet between the hands. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Left foot to left block, exhale, right knee to chest. Right foot steps back, right knee lowers, low lunge, inhale. Hook thumbs, exhale, elbows bend wide. Right hand to right block, pick up right knee, lunge, twist, inhale. Exhale, left hand to left block, downward dog. One more round through, inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, walk feet between hands. Bend knees, chair pose, inhale. Right foot to right block, exhale, left knee to chest. Left toe step back, lower left knee, low lunge, inhale. Hook thumbs, exhale, elbows bend wide. Left hand to left block, pick up left knee, lunge, twist, inhale. Right hand to right block, downward dog, exhale.
I don't think we're going to go with the shoe on the tank.
Inhale, lift the toes. You might hear my landlord yelling outside. Exhale, walk the left foot forward between the hands. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Left foot to left block, exhale, right knee to chest. Right foot steps back, right knee lowers, low lunge, inhale. Hook thumbs, exhale, elbows bend. Right hand to right block, inhale, lift right knee, lunge, twist. Exhale, left hand to left block, downward facing dog. Inhale, way forward, hover the tabletop as the knees bend, hover the shins. Exhale, lower shins to ground. Stand on the shins. Shift to left shin, reach right toes forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. Right knee to chest. Right knee or right toes touch outside the left shin. If the right knee is touching, try to keep the right toes off the ground. Reach the right toes back forward. Right shin lands. Switch sides, reach the left toes forward. Hold 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to chest. Left toes or left knee touch outside the right shin. Left toes reach forward momentarily. Then left shin lands. Hands to blocks. Downward facing dog, hips lift up and back.
Full inhale breath through the nose. Open mouth audibly, exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee towards right tricep. Step the right foot outside the right hand. This time lower the left knee to the ground in the wide stance. Press down through the left hand, inhale, reach the right arm forward, then up, gaze towards the right thumb. On the exhale, bend the left knee, right hand grabs the outer left ankle or shin. If you need to, of course, you could walk the right foot a little bit wider to the right, a little bit forward, a little bit forward. I don't know what the fuck that means. A little bit more forward. Left hand can stay on the left block. If you would like to lower to the left forearm, of course, feel free to. Keep a bit of resistance through the right arm as you kick back with the left leg. And breathe here. Cool, we'll start to release the left foot. Bring the right hand to the right block. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, straighten the right leg on the inhale. You might flex the right toes towards the right shin. And you could lift and lower the left heel towards the ground and away from the ground a few times. So you're just keeping this fairly dynamic and fairly active. Then rebend the right knee, lower the left knee to the ground. And now reach the right arm forward and up. This time you'll bend the right elbow towards the left heel. Then lift the left heel towards the right elbow and come out. Think about closing the gap between the elbow and the heel as much as possible. They might touch, they most likely will not touch. And that's totally fine either way. But again, think about squeezing the right heel towards the left knee, activating the glutes, driving the hips towards the right heel. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Left toes to ground. Right hand to right block. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. 3-point down dog, inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, right knee towards right eyeball. Step the right foot just inside the right thumb. Lower the left knee to ground. Left toes tucked or untucked. Again, left knee could slide back, going for this extended lunge position, lifting the chest forward and through. Driving down through the right heel, forward through the right shin. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, straighten the right leg, folding your mount over the right thigh. Again, if you'd like to lift to the right heel, go for it. Bend the right knee, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to sky. Exhale, left foot outside left hand. Right knee lowers. Inhale, reach left arm forward and up. Second side, exhale, right knee bends, left hand reaches for the outer right shin or ankle. Take up some more space, readjust as you need to. Notice as we move into these extended positions, if the breath is retained a little bit more, if the breath is suppressed a little bit. How can you keep these long, smooth, balanced inhales and exhales going? Release the back foot, left hand to left block. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Straighten the left leg in and out. Maybe lift up to the left heel, and then lift and lower the right heel a few times as you fold. Exhale, rebend the left knee to lower the right knee.
Inhale, left arm forward and up.
Exhale, left elbow bends towards right heel lifts towards left elbow. So you're still pressing really actively through the heel of the right hand to keep that lift through the right side of the body. Here for another 3, 2, 1. Left hand to left block, right toes tuck. Right knee lifts 3-point down dog, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left eyeball, left foot inside the left thumb. Right knee lowers, lengthen. Curve the chest forward and through. Press down through the left heel and right knee to lift the upper body. Right toes start to tuck. Right knee lifts, left leg straightens, fold over the left thigh. Exhale, left knee bends, step left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your toes, way forward, hovering tabletop, hover the shins just off the ground. Exhale, lower the knees, stand on the shins. Last one on the left shin, reach the right toes forward, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, right knee to chest. Right toes or right knee outside the left thigh. Save it. Reach the right toes forward. Land the right shin on the ground. Shift to the right shin, left toes reach forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left toes or left knee outside of the right shin. Reach the left toes forward. Left shin lands on the ground. Good, so the hips back to the heels. Walk the fingertips behind the shoulders. Thumbs turn forward. Fingers point backwards, so the inner elbows are even facing forward. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. Then inhale, drive the shins down, lift the hips off the heels. Press the hips forward towards the front edge of the mat. Exhale, lower hips back to heels. Stand on the shins. Bring the right knee to the right ribcage, so you're balancing on the left shin, right hand to right knee. Flex the right foot. You can press the right knee into the right hand and pull back with the right hand. And then start to open the right knee to the right. Keep the gaze steady, the breath steady. Bring the right knee back to center. Land the right shin on the ground. Second side, left knee to chest. Left hand to left knee. Press forward with the knee, pull back with the hand. Then left knee moves to the left side. Try to keep the shoulders over the hips. You're not leaning the butt back. You're not leaning the chest forward. Of course, you might wibble. It's very early in the morning. It's not that early. It's like 11 a.m. You might wiggle a little bit, but we're not exactly waking up at 7 a.m. right now. Hold for 3, 2, left knee back to center, left shin to ground. So the hips back to the heels. Walk the fingertips back. Shoulders over wrist, inhale, lift the chest, lift the hips off the heels. Exhale, lower hips back to heels. Stand on the shins. One more round. Right hand to right knee. Or you could wrap the right index finger and middle finger around the right big toe. Connect with the thumb. I'll try the wrap to start. If you need to change at any point, of course, feel free to. The right knee can stay bent even if you have the big toe grip. Now open the right leg to the right. Hold. Breathe. Bring the right leg back to center.
Right shin to ground. Good. This is legitimately the first time I've ever tried this. So we're all trying it together. Shift to the right shin, left knee to chest. Either wrap the fingers around the left big toe, or left hand to left knee. Left heel could extend forward. Hold in balance. Then open the left leg to the left. Feel this outer right glute really working to support. Reach the left leg back to center. That's where it gets really wobbly, coming back to center. Then release the left shin to the ground. Lovely. You never know what you're going to get yourself into. Hands to blocks, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog.
Inhale to the right leg to the sky. Exhale, right shin comes forward, pigeon pose.
Your variation of pigeon pose will be here for a few moments. I'll use the blocks to bring the ground just a little bit closer to me, placing the forearms onto the block. But of course the option is always yours. And as we're here, as we're breathing, as we're still focusing on our practice and this pose, and remember that now could be that time that you grab your phone, quickly email the governor, the attorney general, and the mayor of Kentucky and Louisville, respectively, and tell them that they should definitely fire and arrest the cops who murdered Breonna Taylor. Always an idea, just an option. About 5 more breaths. Cool, then you can walk the hands back, lift the upper body. Sit to the right hip. We'll go towards a double pigeon pose as you swing the left leg around. Left ankle on top of the inner right knee. Left knee hovers or hangs over the inner right ankle. I like to pick up the hips and slide them a little bit to the right to make the legs a little bit more even. But of course, if double pigeon just isn't working for you today, you can cross the left shin in front of the right shin. And still working a very similar effect towards the outer hips. Especially if you would like to use the hands by the hips to move the chest forward. Or if you have the mobility to walk the hands forward and fold the upper body over the shins any amount. Your option. Take your time. No rush. Again, we'll be here for a few moments. And of course, any adjusting, any manipulating that you might need to do while you're in these poses. They never have to be fully static. And they never really are. Start to unwind the legs. You can walk the hands back behind you. Bring the right foot to the ground, the left foot to the ground. Just kind of rock the knees a little bit side to side. And then your path into pigeon pose on side number 2 with the left shin forward. So however you would like to get there, I'm just going to sweep the right leg back and go straight to it. But if going through downward dog, shaking out the legs a little bit makes sense for you, go for it. And again, as we're here, you have time to shoot off that quick email. If you did it on side number 1, you may as well match it on side number 2. Cool, and take the next few moments to find the crossed shin position or the double pigeon position for side number 2. Right shin will be on top of the left shin this time. Again, maybe pick up the hips, slide them a little bit to the left. Use the hands as your support system to keep the extension through the side bodies and maybe to allow you to extend forward over the shins a little bit more. About 5 more breaths. Lock the hands back. Uncross the legs. Soles of the feet to ground. Rock the knees a little bit side to side. You can move one of your block objects out of the way, off to the side. Have the other one near the center of the mat as you find your way onto your back body. And as we arrive, let's just go straight into a supported bridge pose. So the block can be at any of the 3 height settings as you place it underneath the sacrum. Any placement of the arms, I like to move mine overhead. It kind of just gets them out of the way, allows them to be super heavy. And it's really about lessening the actions as much as possible here. Even if you're rocking the hips a little bit on the block, you're rocking the knees a little bit side to side, just let them be carried by momentum more than anything. Begin to focus more on the exhale breath, releasing the active energy from your practice. And maybe you slide the legs long in front of you. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees out wide. Plenty of options, plenty of ideas to explore. This will be our landing place for our final resting pose today. If you, of course, would like to end your practice differently, you have plenty of time. Any last movements, poses, things that are calling you towards your eventual final resting pose.
But again, as always, thank you for practicing with us. We see you, we miss you. We hope to be together again physically in our community soon. Stay and rest as long as you would like.